Fox News host Rachel Campos Duffy over the weekend finally figured out who is really to blame for the deteriorating situation in Afghanistan. It's not Joe Biden, it's not Donald Trump, hell, it's not even Obama or Bush. It is, in fact, according to Campos Duffy, Dr. Jill Biden, the First Lady of the United States. Here is what Rachel Campos Duffy had to say over the weekend. When you look at what's hurting America, when you look at this lack of leadership and you wonder who are the people responsible for putting someone this incompetent and frankly this, mentally frail in this position. And yes, of course, the media and many people are saying Susan Rice and Obama and maybe Valerie Jarrett. I'm sorry, as a political spouse, I can't help but look at Jill Biden. No one knew better his state of mind than Dr. Jill Biden. And if you ask me, the most patriotic thing Jill Biden could have done was tell her husband to love her husband and not tell him run in this mental state that he's in. I think she failed the country. Yes, Jill Biden. Jill Biden failed us. Jill Biden is the reason all the bad things in the world are happening. Do you know what this statement tells me? It tells me that Fox is having a very hard time trying to sell Joe Biden's failures to their audience. So they're getting more extreme with it. After all, we've already started to see polls, and yes, Biden's approval rating has gone down. But now more and more polls are coming out showing that a majority of Americans actually agree with the decision to withdraw troops from Afghanistan. Uh-oh. Now y'all are in trouble, and that's why you're resorting to these ridiculous conspiracies of, Biden's not mentally well. Look, I'll give you the fact that dude is certainly not what he used to be. Anybody who denies that is denying reality. But y'all just went through 4 years where you had hundreds, literally hundreds of mental health professionals coming out telling us, every couple of months that Donald Trump was unstable and unwell. And you guys totally ignored all that. The decisions he was making out of anger, the decisions he was making out of spite, that was part of his unhinged mental well-being. But Fox News didn't want to talk about any of that. But now we got Joe Biden, who's a little bit slower than he used to be. Again, I give you that. That's evident. You can go back and look at old speeches of him, old floor speeches, old campaign speeches, compare it to today. He's lost a step or two. Does that mean he's mentally frail or that he's mentally not up to the job? I don't think so. It just means that, like every other human being, as you get a little older, things slow down a bit, okay? Takes you a little bit longer to make decisions. Sometimes things aren't quite as clear. Maybe memory's not quite what it used to be, but does that make him dangerous here in the United States? Absolutely not. And for the record, I don't know if Campos Duffy realizes this, but Dr. Jill Biden is not, in fact, a, neurologist. Okay? She's not a mental health specialist. She's not diagnosing her own husband and then ignoring this. No. She has a PhD, sure. She has the title of doctor, which she earned. But she's not a brain doctor. So I don't know what she thinks Joe Biden would do. Oh, if you loved your spouse, you wouldn't let him do this. I have no doubt that there is love between the Bidens, and it is ridiculous to watch Fox News try to push this idiotic talking point. But folks, that's all they have now. They're watching as their own narrative in the span of a week collapsed. Because as much as people were unhappy with Biden's decision in Afghanistan, they also understand that Trump helped put this in motion too. Obama continued the failures of prolonging the war over there, and George W. Bush started it. They may be blaming Biden right now, but the tide on that, according to the polls in just a week's span, are already starting to shift, and that terrifies Fox News. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.